that has no flavoring or no odorant. You don't get the stuff with the odorant. You can 10 drops for a quart. 10 drops. That's not very much Clorox, is it? 10 drops of a dry eyedropper.
Right.
Will take care. Yeah, that'll give you 1%. That's 1%. What we normally get is about 5%. If you look on your Clorox bottle, it says about 5% Clorox. You only need 2 drops per gallon. So it doesn't take much.
Well, here's the other thing that I'd like to point out, too, is, of course, cleanliness. Clorox is an easy way to keep your hands clean. It kills a lot of germs. Everybody's talking about toilet paper. And I hate to tell you this, but you can't have enough toilet paper, and eventually you're going to run out. What's the backup plan on toilet paper?
Your hand in a bucket of water.
Yeah, well, that's what they used to do. But recognize that
that just brings a whole new meaning to slap the crap out of you.
Well, sanitation is very important, and that includes obviously toilet paper and hand towels and other kinds of things that you need to because we're clean freaks in America. You know, mechanics are dirty hands, but boy, they really clean up before they go home to eat dinner. And so in our country, we are really, really proud of our public toilet system. If you've ever been to Europe or the Mideast, it's a whole other world, I'll tell you. And it's not any fun.
What you're saying is true, but I mean, you get in that situation, and then what happened to all our clean rags? Well, I'll wipe my ass with them. Well, you're going to be the first guy that gets kicked out of the group. So, I mean, as crude as this may sound, I think you're looking at basically at some way to keep your hands clean after you use them, and dirt's the first thing that comes to my mind, and then you clean your hands up, and that brings us back to Clorox, alcohol, good supplies, that kind of stuff. If you were in a situation where you were looking for a way to make your own disinfectants, can you make vinegar? How do you make vinegar? I guess you let the stuff ferment. Would that be a natural disinfectant that a person could make? I guess alcohol's pretty easy to make too.
Yeah, you can make all this. Vinegar is wine gone bad in France. Even they make it on purpose. But vinegar's cheap. You can buy all the white vinegar you want in gallon jars. Now, nobody will complain if you take it off the shelf. That's a great thing to have. I keep gallons of white vinegar around for all kinds of purposes. And so, yeah, I would get some. It works. And with paper towels, you can literally dip it pour some vinegar onto the paper towel and then wash your hands with it like you would a wet nap. I guess that's the equivalent of it. And you're good to go.
Can I put something in here?
By all means, Henning, go ahead.
Regarding all this clean freak here in America, well, we have a whole different set of standards in Europe. I come from Europe, and we have this belief that if you're living in too much cleanliness, sterilized environment like the Americans are doing, using Clorox and Lysol and whatever they can spray on their furnitures and everything, hand sanitizers, you are not exposed to any bacteria at all. You kill them before you can even build up resistance to them. So we, over time, built up a resistance towards natural occurring bacteria, which is in our environment at all times. So in America, for that situation, when sanitation dies out because of the situation of America then people will get sick because they don't have that barrier of resistance. They haven't built anything up because they're squeaky clean from inside and out.
That's a very
very dangerous situation you have brought yourself in here in America. Very, very dangerous.
That's a very good point, Henning. And area code 803, thank you for the call. I got to get to other callers. We got about 5 minutes before the break, and I want to introduce a new segment of the show. It's called The King's Court. John, go ahead and take it away, and then roll us into a quick break.
Okay, thank you. The King's Court is a little segment I come up with that's maybe a rant or an opinion or a suggestion. And today, what I want to talk about is preparing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have oil washing up on the shores of Brazil now. We have these oil gushers on land now. we have stories of Iran getting a nuclear facility online and Israel threatening to take it out. And that is their history, by the way. They have been known to do that. So expect something there, in my opinion, very, very soon. They start loading the fuel rods on Friday. So if you find yourself prepared in everything that you have, if you have enough food, if you have enough water and shelter and medicine, start helping those that don't have those things. Because if you're prepared, you're going to better help them become prepared. If you're not prepared, then you're in no condition to help someone else prepare. And as we stated here on the show earlier tonight, there are just so many variables that things are coming at us left and right and forward and backwards, and we don't know which way to turn and which way the crap is going to hit the fan. But with everything mounting, eventually something has to give. We got dead fish showing up in Massachusetts. And these open carry marches that we're having here in the United States, when you're playing poker with your opponent, you put on your poker face, you don't tip your hand before you make your first bet. And that's exactly what they're doing. 2 weeks ago in my local paper, I saw a 3-line story that talked about, it was half a page in length, that talked about the U.S. military using drones to take the pictures of those people that attend tea parties and other rallies. Now think about it, folks. Do you want to be standing out there getting your picture taken from 10,000 feet up at 4 miles away that you don't even know it? Yeah, we're all on a list. You got me there, but you're just popping your head up out of radar, so to speak. And that's not very good, in this one's opinion. Also, they're wanting to. There's a lot of hoopla about building a mosque at Ground Zero. From what I understand, the mosque is nowhere near Ground Zero, about 3 blocks away. And the Muslims had about as much to do with 9/11 as you did. Truth hurts. And that's the King's Court. And we'll be right back.
Greetings, Patriots. Those who are awake know the future presents us with significant struggles, strife, and trouble. From catastrophic oil spills of biblical proportions to dictators, elitists, and politicians that are out of control. The human race is at a turning point in its history. Never before have we faced so many challenges on a global scale, but never before has the human race been more capable of pushing back than it is now. Therefore, it's my pleasure to introduce Freedomlink Radio on Blog Talk Radio, a network of like-minded individuals who come together to discuss current events, future events, survival skills, and techniques, or anything else that advances the principles and stokes the fires of liberty. Join me, Joe Joseph, John King, Uncle Willie, and many others in the pursuit of truth, knowledge, and justice. Remember, we're free from the dictates of sponsors, so you can count on Freedomlink Radio to devote more time to the issues with no commercial interruptions.
You know, something just isn't right in this world, but you can't put your finger on it? Then join me, Wooly, on Freedomlink Radio as we find out together. My show is based around international affairs, news of the day, and anything that involves us all. Break free from the mainstream media mind control and come and join me at Blog Talk Radio on Freedomlink Radio as we share our opinion on all the day's events.
I'm a busy person. When I want answers to world events, I turn to Freedomlink Radio. I get a fresh perspective on the day's events from their radio personalities that I can trust. Not that misleading double talk you get from corporate-owned mainstream media. Freedomlink Radio connected me to what's really important.
All right, folks, we're back. And before I go on, I just want to put out one more time to everybody out there that our first show on Intel Hub Radio Network is this Thursday evening at 8 o'clock Eastern. Our guest will be Dr. Brooks Agnew. you're all welcome, by all means, to come and enjoy that conversation. He's a very, very